Hey team, just real quick, down and dirty, how to turn on the monitors and locate the equipment here on Battalion 6. You're going to find the equipment over on the passenger side. We've got two drones. One's going to be your EVO, so that is the dual. It has your thermal and your RGB camera in it. Then you have your Mavic 2 Zoom. Everybody used that during their class. You know where and what that looks like. We have your flight bag. Battalion 6 does have an air-to-ground radio, so a VHF radio to be able to communicate with manned aircraft. And then we also have chargers for the different aircraft. This is the rear where Chief's normally at. We have a computer monitor. We're going to tell you in about a minute. You have a laptop computer over on your right-hand side, and then over on the driver's side, this is where the meat and potatoes are at. This is where we're going to be operating from. Super easy. All you have to remember is press this button right here. You'll see lights turn on, and your monitor is now being turned on. This is just a computer monitor. We have it on a hinge system, so you should be able to rotate it to be able to get out of the sun. And man, this is really helpful. Again, this is where we stand to be able to fly from. We also have an Apple TV that's mounted on the side here. So we're gonna go over how to mirror Apple TVs with this and how to use DroneSense, how to log in with DroneSense on the computer in the back. For any reason that this does not turn on, it could be Battalion 6's battery's out, right? Or the truck's off. But the other reason that's probably more common is the inverter switch that's on the other side of the truck. We'll walk you over there. It's the only thing that you guys should have to press in addition to the outlet button to turn this system on. This is on the passenger side of the truck. You'll see we have an inverter. The inverter converts the battery power to AC, okay? So DC power to AC power. AC power is what runs all of our alternating current. It's what runs all of our computer monitors on the inside. Battery power from the truck gets converted with this inverter. You have to press this little button here, turn it on, and you'll hear the inverter begin to run. So when we're setting up the equipment, specifically this EVO, and you guys that haven't had much experience with this, pay attention. The cover for the gimbal, the releases are on the side and you pull back. Everything else is pretty much the same, just like the DJI Mavics. The other difference is that if you're looking at trying to set up your tablet, your iPad here, you have this one little piece. This is important. This is kept at the bottom, right? So you're gonna take the attachment, screw it on. So you got a good solid hold for your tablet. Drone comes out just like we did in the academy, everybody. A lot of questions on the tablet holder, the screen protector. I know nobody likes it, and we're working on some alternatives, but for today, make sure that you guys pull out the tablet from the screen protector to be able to use it. That's going to get plugged in here on your tablet holder, so it fits just like the Mavics. The lightning cable, just like the Mavics. What I would say is that if you end up with an excessive amount of cable, just wrap it around here. Don't let your cable get in the way. So wrap it up a few times. And for the EVOs, the attachment, the USB attachment is right here in the back side. Super easy. Button to turn on the EVO. One and hold, just like the DJI. iPad comes on. It's either 911 or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'm going to go ahead and, for the sake of this training video, is just turn on the drone here. You're going to have a television monitor in the back. This is going to be for the Chiefs. This is the Chiefs area for them to view. Our picks are over here on the side. Because this runs off of an Apple TV, it's very important that you pull down the menu in your upper right hand side, and you make sure that your Wi-Fi is on. Wi-Fi is on, and you hit screen mirroring. Screen mirroring shows 1. I want to hit that. And now all of a sudden you're going to be able to see it in the back of the battalion chief's truck. So again, pull down, make sure your Wi-Fi is on, hit screen mirroring, make sure you connect it, tap your screen a few times, and it'll come up on the back side of the chief's truck. The other thing you're going to need to do is, and this is easy, is go to your DroneSense login and connect it. Every time we get a firmware update, remember this, every time we get a firmware update, and that's almost every week, folks, you're going to have to go in and update your firmware. So just delete your app and update it. But when you do that, you'll have to come back in and re-update your login. I know it's a pain, but it's really important that we do. I'm going to choose my mission here on my left-hand side. In this case, we're going to simulate going out on a call, so this is operations and response or incidences. I'm going to hit that. I'm going to hit join mission, and you'll be able to see now that we have screen mirroring enabled. So this is the best way to communicate what we're seeing here onto this. There's absolutely no lag at all. But when we're trying to share this information with somebody that may be on the Charlie side of the building, maybe in a different part of the fire, that's not close to this, where we can screen mirror to the Apple TV. Because again, this is predicated on using the Wi-Fi. This will only be as good as the Wi-Fi connection to the Apple TV. We use a DroneSense app, okay? So I'm gonna walk here in the back, and you're gonna see what the web.dronesense.com looks like. All you need to do is take the Battalion 6 computer, open it up. The password's on the front here. It says enter. I'm gonna hit enter. 1, 2. Now I'm going to take my mouse either to the Chrome emblem here or the Chrome emblem here. Does not matter. As long as we're on Chrome. We have it bookmarked that says DroneSense account at the top. Scroll up, hit DroneSense. Now this should all look very familiar to you, just the way we did. We use our tablets for being VOs. You log in to with your org. And we all should remember our org is AFD RED, lowercase, AFD RED. That's our organizational login. Then it's going to ask for your email and password. Remember to save your email and password. Put it in your wallet. Save it in a password saver on your phone. We're going to try to get you some laminated cards, but make sure you have your login saved somewhere that you can access. So I'm going to go ahead and log in here. It's my city account. Again, AFD RED, all lowercase. Then remember your email and your password. Your email should be your city email account. Password is whatever you have saved. Once you have logged on to that, this is what the screen should look like. Again, this is DroneSense using the cellular connectivity on our tablets. It's sending a signal out somewhere, and then it's coming back down here, so there will be a little bit of a lag. You're going to come into this mark here for hub, operations hub. There's a little circle with people in it. You're going to tap that. You'll see the screen, because we already have a drone running right now, it's green, it's on operations incidents. Same login mission that we had whenever I turned the iPad on. I'm going to hit that. I'm going to go to drones and devices. So just went to operation incidences. I'm going to do drones and devices. You'll see it shows a green emblem here, and it has an EVO. I am going to go ahead and click the eyeball button. It's going to show up on the screen where I'm at. So this is actually showing where we're at in space. So this is down at station 20. You can kind of see where we're at here on the map. I'm now going to go to the camera feed, and that's going to turn on, and now we get a camera feed in the upper right hand corner. You can then expand or knock your screen down, so whatever you want to do, but now Incident Command has not only a real-time feed right through the Apple TV, but also using cellular connectivity. If you're using an iPad, remember you have to use Safari. So for laptops, desktops, web.dronesense.com is Chrome only. If you're using any iOS, so any of our iPads, if you're using your cell phones and you're trying to get to web.dronesense.com, you need to use Safari. So what happens, again, this is reiterating what we talked about in class, what happens if all this doesn't work? For some reason, you're unable to put this feed up here. You can't remember what button to press, right? You can't be close enough to the truck. You've got to figure out how to get information to the bosses. Don't forget that we all carry a radio with us and we all have a tablet, right? So if you're on the Charlie side of the structure and you're next to operations, you can turn over and show the chief what you're seeing. You can show him or her what they're seeing on the screen. If that doesn't work and you're remote and you're far away from anybody at all, maybe you're at a wildfire, you can always pull your radio out and talk to somebody. So be sure that you don't forget to communicate with somebody face to face with your tablet or using your radio to communicate exactly what it is that you're seeing. Hey, so thinking about iPads and using these things out on scene, you can see how I've got a temperature reading here. It's completely shut down the iPad. We've been out in the shade in the heat. It's 90 something degrees today. We've been in the shade the entire time and our iPad is shut down. Something I want you to be thinking about is how to get this thing cooled off quickly, right? How to be able to keep your continuous flights. So what you need to be thinking about, not only with your iPads, but also operating your drones from the inside. Make sure your air conditioning's on. Make sure every time you get done flying your batteries, that you bring your batteries into the air conditioning and you cool them off. This will come back on here probably momentarily. It won't take very long, but you've got to have it inside. So again, fly from the inside of your truck. Make sure that if you have a lot of Wi-Fi or a lot of background RF noise, you got that turned off, so you have good connectivity. Make sure your antennas are pointed up the way that they need to be in order to get to your aircraft, and keep everything cool. These iPads are wonderful tools when they work, and in Texas, that's not very often. They have to be cooled off. So again, get your batteries, bring them inside, so as soon as you get done flying, keep your air conditioning on. You're gonna burn some fuel. Put the batteries on the inside with your air conditioning, put your drone on the inside, and allow it to cool off. That was less than a couple minutes, and do all your flying while in the Texas heat or in the heat anywhere with an air conditioning indoors.